What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 91. We start today's episode off with the second leg of our Europa League last 16 tie against the Spanish side, Athletic Bilbao from the Basque region. Real briefly on Athletic Bilbao, if you're looking for like a challenge-based career mode, I definitely recommend a Basque-only Athletic Bilbao challenge because it's a really tough one, but definitely something I would encourage you guys to try out. So basically, for those that are unaware, Athletic Bilbao have a policy where they'll only sign and only use players and have players in their squad that come from the Basque region. Now, I don't know for sure whether they've sort of relaxed those rules in recent years and it's a little bit more lenient, but basically, it's like a club and country. You know, you guys know my club and country says it's like a club and country, but it's like a club and region, if you will. It's a really awesome challenge. It's definitely worth doing if you've never tried it before. And again, it really limits the amount of players you can buy, the amount of players you can use. And of course, as we know, you know, as the years go by, the youth academy is going to be incredibly important to get long-term success with Bilbao. They've got lovely kits. They've got a fabulous stadium as well. It's really, really beautiful. And obviously in La Liga, very competitive league as well. You got Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, and Real Madrid to come through as well. It's a great challenge. But still, taking on Bilbao, as we know, we won the first leg 3-0. So into the second leg, I rotated a lot on my side here. Felt very confident indeed it would be okay in this game. Eddie Salcedo, he's not from the Basque region. The policy doesn't apply in FIFA career mode for the AI. But he gave Athletic Bilbao the lead. You know he'd love that, being a former Inter Milan player. But we'd level it through Roberto Gutierrez. And then Yuri Tielemans made it 2-1. You know, I mentioned before, leaders in this team so valuable as we're a young side that are rebuilding. But I have to say, in this game, I did decide to start Gutierrez and Tielemans for this exact reason. I thought if we can see an early goal, there might be a few nerves, there might be a little bit of pressure, but I've got two leaders out there to steady the ship. It's exactly what they did. It's why I started Rob, it's why I started Yuri. They both got goals to turn the game on its head and make it 2-1 right before the break. And then in the second half, 12 minutes after the restart, Menezes, Alessandro, the Brazilian, makes it 3-1 and gets what I believe is his first goal for the club. So Milan 3, Athletic Bilbao 1, and a chance to make it 4, 22 minutes to go, and Scamacca hits the post. Poor Scamacca, I'm telling you, the guy can't get a game in this team. Rob starts practically every single game, and it's pretty obvious why. He's one of the stars in world football, one of the best strikers in world football. Of course he's going to start the vast majority of our games. Scamacca came in on deadline day in the summer for £40 million, and he knew he was going to be a bench player, but he probably thought he'd get a little bit more game time. He barely ever plays, almost got a goal there, but sadly could not. Still 3-1 the final score, 6-1 over 2 legs, and we are into the Europa League quarterfinal. So as we know, this season the board have asked us to win the treble. Well, we've got ground to make up in this area as we're 6 points behind Inter Milan, the league leaders. We're into the Coppa Italia final, we've got Inter Milan. But in the Europa League quarterfinal, AC Milan have been drawn against AS Monaco. Liverpool versus Inter. I'm so glad those two teams are meeting. I didn't want either of those sides. Liverpool and Inter meet. Newcastle face Lille. And Dortmund, who are one of the favourites, have got Borussia Mönchengladbach in an all-German affair. So yeah, Europa League quarterfinals, we've got Monaco. It certainly could have been a tougher tie, there's no doubt about that. But I don't think it'll be easy to get through the French side and hopefully get a good first leg result away in France and have a chance of getting through to the semis. I don't think it'll be easy, but I think it all depends on that big first leg away against Monaco. The first leg is coming as our fourth and final game today as well. Still, for the second game of today's episode, Lazio here as second and third would meet at the San Siro. As we know, 10 games to go, 6 points to gap on Inter Milan. But as we've also known throughout the entire season, it's not been a 2-horse race, it's been a 3-horse race. For the longest time, we were behind Lazio, as the Lazio and the Stadio Olimpico were currently in second place and looking the closest threat to Inter Milan. So whilst we beat them in a reverse fixture at the Stadio Olimpico, heading into this game, they stayed with us in Inter Milan all throughout the entire season. Even when we leapfrogged them, I thought they were going to fall away. No disrespect, but I thought once we got ourselves in the second place and beat them at Stadio Olimpico, Lazio were just going to completely fall off the pace. How wrong I have been and how wrong I was. 35 minutes into the game, they would take the lead. They've been a better team. They've put me under pressure right from the first whistle. A couple of great saves from Mike kept it goalless, but unfortunately, he couldn't do it all. Another great stop, still saw the score at 0-0, but only for a second as Escalante turned his own rebound, and Lazio, after dominating the first half, led at the San Siro. So in the second half, I was like, right, I've got to get myself back in this game. I cannot afford a loss here. If we're going to catch Inter Milan, we can't afford any slip-ups between now and the end of the season at the San Siro, regardless of who we're facing. So soon after the restart, Leon Goretzka, the vet, smashes one in from range. And in a game where I just could not break down Lazio, I could not get inside. I always talk about it. If you can't break down the AI's defense, guys, pull the trigger. As we know, long shots so OP in this year's FIFA. I did just that, and we found them back in the net. Milan won, Lazio won, back on level terms. But the truth of the matter is this: whilst we'd found our equaliser, we were playing against a team that, simply put on the day, were better. 90 minutes to go, Giovanni Reina with one of the assists of the series flicks it through to Dennis Mann, and Lazio restore their lead and win the game. And you know what? Deservedly so. Absolutely no doubt about it. And I always say, I present the highlights package very fairly. I always say when I've been beaten, and I've been beaten badly, I'll show you. I will not try and sweep anything under the rug. I came into that game thinking, okay, Lazio right behind us in third place, can't afford to lose this game, got to keep the pressure on Inter Milan, they can cut the gap to 1 point. That's exactly what they did. And after Inter Milan slipped up as well and could only manage a draw, oh my god, what a sucker punch to end March. We could have cut the gap to 4 points. Instead, it's been extended to 7. A major blow dealt to us in the race to the title. And Inter Milan are thinking, what a fantastic result that is right there. Because it means that Lazio get themselves back in contention, but it means they, despite slipping up, extend the gap from 6 to 7. Huge blow against Lazio. It's our second defeat and I believe our last 5 in this area as well. Major loss coming against Lazio there. 2 on the final score with 9 games to go, 7 points to gap now. I've been talking about chipping away at the deficit. It's just been extended. I'll say it once again, we ain't going to give up. Resilience, that's the name of the game. We'll keep on chasing into, but that's a huge blow. But again, I'll say it, and I'm the first to admit it, I'm happy to admit it. Beaten by the better team. Still for the following game, Sampdoria away, and failed to win this one, and I would change my mindset from we can still do this to it's all over. Sampdoria away from home, needed to win this one. We'd take lead early in the game, really good finish from a tight angle, making it 1-0. And then just past the hour mark, a golden chance for Sampdoria to level it. What a save by Mike. I've criticised him quite a lot this season, I think unjustly as well. He's made some big saves, including in that Lazio game there as well. What a great stop there, keeping it at 1-0 as we still led. And there were 22 minutes to go, a chance to double our lead, and we do so as well. You know, in recent episodes, I've been talking about these two quite heavily. Gedson Fernandes and Moise Kean. I love them. I love this pair. I really do. They are so cool and so good. Both learning new positions to keep their place in this team, and they both combined for our second goal. Fernandes to Keane, it's 2-0 Milan, and the points appear to be in the bag away against Sampdoria. The hosts would push though, the hosts would press, look for a late goal and possibly a route back into the game with 2 minutes to go. Oh, can you believe it? When you talk about resilience and persistence, this guy's got it in abundance. He'd just come off the bench, and Morten Forsby, the mental man, gets his first goal in the Serie A, cuts the deficit, makes it 2-1. Thankfully, it proved to be nothing other than a consolation goal. For those of you that aren't in the loop and are unaware, Morten Forsby was the legend and the star of my Wolves Football Manager 2021 reboot save last year. So Morten Forsby, the mental man as he was affectionately known, yeah, he'll always be one of my favourite players ever. In any save I've ever done, Morten Forsby will always be one of my absolute favourite Doc's heroes, if you will, because of the holy trio. We all know it. Determination, teamwork, work rate, all maxed out at 20. Well, they were for a very long time, but even so, Forsby makes it 2-1. Thankfully, nothing other than a consolation goal. We get the win, and we're back on track there with a big 3 points. Still, following that final game of today's episode, this would be the first leg. Monaco away, 5th place in Ligue 1 right now in France, not having a great season. I head into the game thinking, okay, just like in the game against Bilbao, we're favourites, no doubt about it. We won the first leg comfortably in the Basque region 3-0. Let's do the same here against Monaco. Well, we fell behind very early on. Luis Suarez made it 1-0, but 33 minutes in, we'll get ourselves back on level terms. And I talked about Skamaka and how he can barely get any game time. Well, this is the reason why. Whenever he starts, he gets a goal. It's Roberto Gutierrez with another, making it 1-1 and firing in our leveller. Great finish under pressure. It's 1-1 and a brilliant double save from Mike. 39 minutes in, kept us still level. Cracking double save from our French shot stopper, and it's still 1-1. And from that we broke end-to-end football, went on the counter. Gutierrez finds Hudson-Odoi in behind his man. Shot save, but Duarte turns in the rebound and puts us in front for the first time tonight. I was expecting on the far side yesterday, you saw the lino, I was expecting a flag to go up. I thought Duarte was offside, evidently it was not. He stayed on, turns in the rebound, we'll take the bit of luck, and it's Monaco 1, AC Milan 2 right before the break. And what a turnaround that was as well, from Mike making a great double save. We could have gone a goal down again for the second time in the game. Instead, Duarte puts us in front, and it's 2-1. And with 20 minutes to go, well, I just mentioned him a moment ago there, I didn't want to spoil it. Oh, it's always cool to see him get a goal. I took off Roberto with a fixture in the Serie A on the weekend. I thought I need to get him a breather. I bought on Skamaka, and well, from moving on from Sassuolo to Aston Villa, we signed him on deadline day in the summer. His game time so limited, but seeing him get a goal is a nice feeling, because he won't end up with many this season, but there's a big one there as he makes it 3-1 AC Milan. With an XG of 7.0, I think you'd say we deserved the win, no doubt about it. And he's heading back to the San Siro for the second leg. If we concede no more than one goal, we are heading into the Europa League semi-finals. Never been there before. We got knocked out of the quarters by Fiorentina back with Brentford in Season 4, but a golden chance to possibly make the semi-finals now. Out of 8 games to go, with Inter Milan slipping up once again, the gap has been cut from 7 to 5. The treble is still on. But that will end today's episode of Career Mode, guys. Big thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. If you haven't, please drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. And I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.